all right, Jason. I get sick about this time every year. It just means that fall's finally here. That's all. Oh, man. I was trying to get the build video out today after I talked to you this morning. I got back from getting some breakfast, and I made a couple more updates to the Ebon Hawk. I think I sent you a couple pictures over on Discord after I changed it, and I got the intro recorded, and then it just hit me like a brick wall, man. I had to lay down on the floor for a couple hours, and I've actually been there since like 11 o'clock this morning. But I told y'all I'd have a build guide and a stream today, so we're going to do 2-in-1. The build guide won't be necessarily as cut and clean as they are normally, but hopefully this will get a couple people by until I'm able to do a proper guide like I normally like to do, because I know there were a few people expecting to see that guide today, so I want to get at least something out where they can follow along and build the Ebon Hawk if they don't want to wait for the usual guide. But man, I think we're only going to stream about an hour today. We'll do the Ebon Hawk first, and then get some gunplay with it against some ships over in Serpentis. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I hadn't even picked up my phone until right before the stream to grab the thumbnail for it. But I did see those on the way by. It looked pretty good. I like the red and black, for sure. But let's get started going over this Ebon Hawk. I'm gonna get it pulled apart first, probably. See if I can get this done the first try. And I've been just feeling so sick all day. I wasn't able to focus long enough to get the real build guide. I'd get like halfway through it and mess something up. Yeah, I thought it looked really good once I lowered the overall height. Like, it was too tall whenever I had the bay under the middle, but I found a different video than the one that was linked to me yesterday that actually showed the landing bay opening. And that's whenever I found out that the landing bay was over here, and got the landing gear in the same spots as the one in the video as well. I think it turned out pretty good. Just got to get all this stuff pulled off layer by layer, and then we'll start at the landing bay as we always do. The biggest problem I had today, I guess since I couldn't focus, I could never get the habs in the correct order when I was trying to do the build guide earlier. So I just had to lay down and take a nap. Hey, Black RS, how you doing? Good to see you. Glad you can make it to another stream. Hope you're doing good today. I'm feeling pretty sick myself. I guess since my sinuses are so bad, at least the audio quality is not too much different from usual. Yeah, it's great to see everyone here. I'm glad y'all could make it. Yeah, man, I'm hoping. It's just a sinus infection. I get these like every year, so if I'm lucky, it'll be gone like Monday afternoon, maybe. Usually don't last more than 2 to 4 days, something like that. Touch it, I'm fucking crazy. All right, so if you want to start with your 120 LD landing bay, you can place a 2x1 Tayo bottom behind that. And then you can place one of your landing gear next to that one. Heck yeah. Let me go ahead and pull this stuff out here. All right. I think we're going to have to start with the landing bay and then go to our 2x1. Then you can also grab a 3x1 from Stroud and place that on top of your 2x1 and landing bay. And once you do that, it's going to allow you to place some stuff next to it. We'll start with a 1x1 next to your 3x1. So right now you should have a 120 LD landing bay followed by a 2x1, then a 3x1. Then we want to put a 1x1 next to that. You actually don't need the Tayo companionway bottom. A Stroud one would be better here. So we'll place one of those there. And that should then allow you to place the landing gear under that 1x1, I believe. Let me pull these out. Yep, so directly under that 1x1, you want to place your landing gear. Make sure it's the one with connections on both sides. And after your landing gear, everything in this area right here should be lined up. So we're going to place our reactor next, which is going to be the SF40 sheared flow. So place your reactor behind the 1x1 and landing gear like this. Once you do that, you can briefly pull these out of the way. Grab your grav drive, place it against the landing bay, and then we're going to do the duplication glitch that we've been using so far. Make sure that you get one of these fuel tanks to land under your reactor, so you'll have to place one there like this. Then you can get another one and bring it over to the side like this. Duplicate to get one in the landing gear, then place one on the side of that one. Now that we've got a connection below our reactor, we can start duplicating this grav drive. Once we get the grav drive to snap into place like that, we can delete our extra items. Still can't do that. I'm not sure. I mean, I really wish I had a PC. If I had a PC, I'd figure out how to do it on there for y'all. But I honestly don't know. I don't have the ability. My laptop, sadly, is like 1 gigabyte short of what we need. Once you get your grav drive inside the reactor, we're going to duplicate this one that was below it several times to get one inside of it, like this. And after that, you can grab another one and place here. You may want to... Can't stick anything in anything but the C-class reactor. Yeah, man, I'm really not sure. I wish I could test it for y'all. Maybe one day I'll get sponsored. After we get one fuel tank inside there, we just want one. We'll connect another one here to go between the engines and delete this one that is on the bottom in the landing gear. Also delete this, it's an extra as well. Then you can replace your supernova on the side of this fuel tank here. Put your 2x1s back down, or the 2x1 and then the 3x1 on top of it. Then we want to get a Stroud Cap A, I believe. This is where I kept running into trouble. We can get a Stroud Nose Cap C here, which is connected to our landing gear on this side. We've got a Tayo 1x1 behind that. Then we can take two bottom 2x1s, place those in front of your landing gear that has the 1x1 on top of it. Take a Tayo control station 2x1 mid, and we're going to place that in front of our 1x1. Then you can get your cockpit placed in front of that. What you have to do is place it above the 2x1 and then duplicate it several times. Once you get one to land down bottom like that, you can remove these. And when you pick this one up, it'll jump to place. Then we can grab some Stroud Nose Cap C's and place in front right here. You get your first one placed, make sure it's flipped this direction so that there's a connection point on the 2x1B for the other one. You might have to put one up here for now and then duplicate this to grab another one. Make sure it's got a valid placement in the area, then pick it back up and place it right here by hitting flip, flip again, and cancel. Then we can delete this and get one more right here. Make sure it's facing out like that, then grab another one and make sure that it faces the other way to grab that connection on the previous Stroud cap. Once it snaps, flip, flip again, and hit cancel. If it lands below like that, you just got to grab another one and shove it in there, flip and cancel. Then you can delete the extra. Then you want to grab a Deimos Spine E. Get two of those and place on top of those Stroud caps we just placed. Then you can get a Skeg A and a Skeg B to place under the ones we just placed. And then once you get those placed, you can pull your Stroud caps back out for a moment. Grab a Deimos Spine F4, place that between these. Then you want to replace these by placing one like that with the flat side outward. Flip twice, hit cancel. And we're going to grab another one and shove it in there and do the same thing. If it lands down low like that, you should be able to grab it and it'll jump to place. If it doesn't, just leave that extra one there and then duplicate it to create another one like we did before. Then grab some more to build the other side. Starting with your Stroud Nose Cap C's. Let me see. I think we're going to need... Right now, you should have most of this left side here built. So make sure you get a Stroud Nose Cap B. Connect that to the side of your landing gear down here. Make sure you've got the 1x1 and engine behind it right there. Because we're going to use this shroud cap here to then see, this is the issue I was running into. Let me see. Once we've got our 1x1 bottom B and our engine behind that, you can place a shroud cap A. Let me pull that off. You can place a shroud cap A next to it. I'm not sure why it's showing up red. Oh, it's showing up red because of this weapon right here. Let me just pull that out the way for now. Once you've got that 1x1 bottom B, get a shroud cap A, place here. You shouldn't have to flip and cancel. Mine's just like that because we've got some shroud caps too close on the outside. Then we're going to take this nose cap B, place there. Which will allow us to place another cap A on the outside here, followed by our landing gear. Mine's red because of the weapons down there. Hey there, Jockey. It's good to see you. I'm trying to do a semi-competent guide on this Ebon Hawk right here because I'm not currently able to do a proper video guide like I normally do. I've been so sick all day. It's good to see you here. I'm glad everyone was able to make it to the stream here. And I apologize for how confusing it has probably already been. So going out from our landing gear, we've now got 2 Stroud nose caps, which has allowed us to connect a Stroud cap A, another landing gear, another cap A, and then that's going to allow us to do the Stroud nose cap C's on this side. You see this one here, I got it to snap to the cap A, place it, and grab it again, flip. Now we're going to get the other one. We'll place one on top of this, like that. We might want one on the bottom as well, so that we can get one and place it in between those. Once you get it in the middle, flip and cancel, then delete your extras. Grab a Deimos bumper. We can place that on the side of this 2x1 right here. Now we can build our Deimos spines for this side as well. I forgot to grab a spine A for the previous side, but we won't be able to place that just yet. So get a Deimos skeg A, place it under the Stroud nose cap C. Then get a Deimos spine E, place those on top of your Stroud caps. I keep hitting like the bottom. Once you get those placed, pull your nose cap C's back out so that you can place the piece right here, Deimos spine F in the middle. Then replace your nose caps. Make sure that the first one that you place is flipped towards the cockpit. And the next one should be able to snap right in against the cap A. It appears I've made a mistake, as I do. It's okay. We will take a Tayo Infirmary mid and place that on top of our, what is that, nose cap B. Then highlight all of these right here. And if we get every piece highlighted, it'll let us move it without any major interference. Once you get those highlighted, we're going to pick those up one level like that. Go ahead and grab a 1x1 and another 2x1 mid. We're going to place our 2x1 right here. And make sure that that is connected to the main body of everything. Then place a... Hold on, why are those like that? What's going on here? Oh, alright. So that was fine. Let me leave that there. We'll take a 1x1 and place it right there in front of the engine. Not quite sure where this belongs at the moment, but we'll get to it. Grab another Tayo 2x1, place on the side of your 3x1 like this. Then we can get our Deimos spine A's and place behind the other Deimos spines from earlier. Now we can grab a Docker, a top 1x1 and a top 2x1 and place those on top of our cockpit. Okay, it appears that once we get this nose cap B here placed under our armory 2x1, we can then grab a Stroud cap. And place that at the back of your nose cap B. We get this piece here, the Stroud Cap C aft top, placed inside of our reactors and grav drives. We'll be using the same trick that we do with those devices by placing it off to the side in front of it. And then duplicating several times, but it seems that this one has jumped down to the bottom. We'll just have to remember that. Duplicate until it jumps over and snaps on its own. Once that happens, you can delete the extras, and if you had one jump down inside of your 2x1 like me, remember to delete that. Then you can place your 3x1 back down. And your engine's back there as well. What you want to do is hover over this engine and duplicate it, then accept. Select all, edit, and accept. Make sure you've got 2 on each side. Should be able to connect a Stroud Cap A And an AccuLander 11 landing gear on this side here now. Not entirely sure where this came from, so we'll leave it there for the moment. Grab another Stroud Cap A, place behind your 2x1. Then get a few more and a Stroud cowling to place on top of the side over here. I just flipped that out of habit at this point, honestly. Okay, take your shield, place it on top of the 1x1 on your port side. Just like that. Then we want to get a Stroud Cap A, place that on top of your engine back here, like this. You'll have to flip and cancel. As for this one, you'll have to place one in front of the shield first. Then you can use the snap point from that one to flip and cancel this one. Then we want to take that and pull it inside like this. Then flip and cancel again. Do the same thing with this one here. Then we want to get some more Stroud Cap A's, and we'll place those behind the docker. Once you get your first one in there, take the other one. You may have to slide one of these Stroud Caps forward again. Drop it in there and do the flip and cancel. So you get it to land like this. If it pops back up like that, you can just grab it and it'll snap to place. That'll allow you to get two turrets facing backwards like they have in, I guess, the movie or the show. Depends on which. I don't remember where Ebon Hawk's from, to be honest with you. Once it snaps to the Stroud Cap, we're going to flip several times. Make sure it's facing backwards because that's the direction they were facing when I looked at it. Then we'll get another Stroud Cap A to place on the side of this engine here. And a few more with some Stroud cowlings to place over here. Now, I did have a turret on this landing gear right here. We'll just place that in there first, then place the back Stroud Cap, followed by the Stroud cowling. And finally, another Stroud Cap A up front. Let me see. How are we looking now? Then we want to get some weapons. Place those on your Stroud Cap A's. I do believe I actually remember. You may have to pull your landing gear out briefly, then place your gun, then put the landing gear back, flip 3 times, and hit cancel. Make sure you've got the same thing on this side. All right, and I do remember what those were used for. We're going to take these nose cap B's, pull them back out for a moment, and then place these Stroud Cap A's in front there. And we should be able to put these cap Bs back in there. Actually, hold on just a second. Pull that back out. Place your weapons first. I'll be using PBO 300 auto alpha beams on these down here. Make sure you get the first one to snap. Once you do, hit duplicate, and the other one should snap to the other Stroud cap. Then you can accept. Now we can place our Stroud cap B back in there. And we want to do the same thing on this side with another set. Let me just delete that extra one there. And we want to take this collar right here, place it under the grav drive reactor fuel tank combination. Grab another one. Make sure you've got a valid placement. Place it inside that combination of items. Once it's in there, hit flip. Flip again. Cancel. Then you can select all, edit, and accept. We're going to do that until our mobility goes down. So now we've got another one that drops us to 96. Here, let's grab one more because we'll be deleting this one that's on the bottom here. Let's place these inside the same way. Once it's in there, flip twice and then cancel. And select all, edit, and accept. We've got one more to put in there. Now at that point, you can delete this extra cargo hold that's on the bottom, and you should have one error, and that's going to be too few landing gear. I'll show you how to deal with that. We just come to this one here in the middle, and when you duplicate it and accept, sometimes one of them will jump up a level. If it does, that's okay. Just remember that it happened. And then you want to duplicate it again to get one that pops out to the side like this. And now we've got two errors because we've got too few landing gear and pieces that are not connected. So we're going to duplicate this original one until that drops down to one error. And at that point, we'll be able to select all, edit, accept, and connect these. So I'm just adding several in here. You see now we've dropped to one error. So I'm going to select all, edit, and accept, which is then going to make the entire ship nominal. You may have to assign your weapons if you haven't done that already. As for mine, I've got 6 of these. Got one on top of this Stroud cap here, the Vanguard auto projectors, and then I've got 2 on the bottoms here for both sides. Then we've got the PBO 300 Auto Alpha here. There is 2 rear-facing turrets here, and then another set of rear-facing turrets under these Stroud caps here. I'm sorry, Stroud cowlings. Now we need to take this piece, slide it back. And we can hit cancel on that one. And back out of the shipbuilder now. We'll go check out the inside. It did not appear under the plane this time for me, but if it does, just make sure that you view another ship and then go back to it so that it's level with the blue grid. And at that point, you can check out your new ship. This one has just about every 2x1 in the game. You'll be brought in facing forward, so you're actually looking towards the cockpit, even though you entered facing this way. So when you're brought in, if you make an immediate left and then continue forward, you can go straight to the cockpit. Then here in the middle of our control station, we've got our docker and a workshop as well as a science lab in the lower portion of the ship here. Then if you turn around, instead of making the immediate left when you come in, head back this way. This is our Stroud 3x1. Has a door leading this way where I've got my Tayo armory consisting of a few weapon racks, weapon cases, and a brig. Then in the back here, we've got a computer core. This is new. This wasn't here last time. That's cool. I guess my hab layout has changed. Previously, my door was over here, but that's okay. Let's check out the top, and then we'll go check out that stuff back there. I really appreciate that, Jason. Up top here, we've got our captain's quarters. Fairly secluded from the rest of the ship anyways. You don't have to come through here to get to anything. We've got the navigation console and a bed in there. And yeah, like I mentioned, you may have a door here, or mine has appeared on the other side over there after the rework. Now let's go check out the other side. Here we've got, I believe, this should be living quarters with a large storage area. You can fit so much stuff in this hole. Then on this side over here should be an infirmary. Which has our pharmaceutical lab. Now, I think I'm gonna hop out and see what I can do about that layout, if anything. But I did kind of like the layout the way it was before. So then let me just temporarily delete that, and then I'm going to replace these here. All right, now we're nominal. And I've got the ship to spawn in, so now I'm going to try replacing that one by one. Make it a storeroom. Well, that should be it. Now let's see if it fixed the layout or not. We're brought in immediately, and nope. That's okay though. Let's do a takeoff animation, go get in a couple fights.
Hey, how's it going?
It took about as long as I expected.
It's very quiet out in space.
Alright, as usual, you want to make sure that your engines and shields are fully powered, then distribute the power among the rest of your weapons and systems. I don't put any power to my grav drive unless I'm ready to jump, and whenever I am, I take the power from the turrets to do so. And we'll just hang out for a minute. Maybe somebody will stop by and try and pick a fight. Let me just make sure that we are on very hard. Yes, we are. Need to power these turrets up. And we'll let those turrets there doing a little bit of work while we try and let our shield recharge. They're mostly down, so we'll turn around. Use our front guns. Got a little close, but we'll hop into another one where we're fully prepared this time. And hopefully we can get at least 2 ships. There we go. There we go. We've got 3 this time, so I'm going to boost forward and let our turrets do some work on that one there. And once our turrets need to reload, we'll just turn around. Let that one go. Getting a little tight because we had to fight 3, but that's all right. Let the shield come back up and we'll go hop around and find somebody else who wants to take on the Ebon Hawk. Make sure I don't have ship parts in my inventory. I have a tendency to do that. Nope. There we go. Hop over there to Serpentis for a using all my boosts right before the fight was probably a mistake. Seems they're both boosting. Fly under this one now. I'll let the turret do some work. Pretty sweet. Alrighty. Hopefully this short stream here is able to help a few people put this thing together if they're feeling impatient and don't want to wait on the full guide. I apologize for not getting the full guide out today, as I had planned on doing yesterday. I was not planning on being sick and rolling around on the floor all day today, so I do apologize for that. But as soon as I am feeling up to it, hopefully tomorrow or Monday, I will get a proper edited guide out for this Ebon Hawk, and I like to keep them between 15 and 20 minutes, so I'll be able to save y'all some time if you want to just wait till then to put it together. I really appreciate everyone coming by and hanging out. But my fever is kicking back up right now, so I think we got a decent amount done today. I apologize for how confusing putting this thing together is probably gonna be for anyone that goes back to watch the stream and try and do that before the guide comes out. Yeah. I really appreciate it, Jason. Like I said, wasn't really planning on it, but it just means fall's here at least. As of right now, I don't really have any other builds planned behind this Ebon Hawk. Thanks, RS. I really appreciate that. I want to at least keep the quality of the guides at the level that it has been here recently. So I want to wait till I'm feeling a little bit better to do that one. I really appreciate y'all's support. It means a lot. I am going to go ahead and hop off here though. And if nothing else, maybe we'll get another short stream in tomorrow. We'll either get a build guide or a short stream. I promise we'll have one of the two tomorrow. And I think that's it. I hope everyone has a great evening. I look forward to seeing y'all here at another one. And I'm out.